If he's been by your house, you ought to say something. If he's healed your body, you ought to say something. The Bible says, let the redeemed of the Lord say so. If you don't mind, put your arm around somebody and tell them, neighbor, it's not possible if he been to your house that you ain't opened your mouth and given him glory. If you seen him move in your body, you ought to say so. If you seen him move in your marriage, you ought to say so. If you seen him move in your children, you ought to say so. Is it anybody here? I feel pretty good right here. Is it anybody here that can testify? I've seen his hand move in my life. Have I got myself a witness in this place? Now y'all do understand that right along here they went to Jerusalem to say one thing: the Lord is risen, which means that they went back in the direction of the resurrection. Y'all still sleep. The reason why they were depressed, because they were walking away from the place of resurrection. The reason why they were sad is because they were walking away from the place where the party was. But when they met Jesus in the street, they went back to the place where the party was. Can I ask you a question? Has he met you in the street? Has he met you in your house? Then you ought to have the testimony that he walks with me and he talks with me and he tells me that I'm his own. Is there anybody here that can testify? He's been with me in the street, and now I'm in the sanctuary. And if you're in the sanctuary, that's where the party is. Look around you. All we doing today is having a white party. And if you go to a party, ain't no need of you going. If you gonna be a wallflower, if you gonna be a wallflower, to just sit up against the wall and not do anything. But if God been good to you, you ought not to come to the party stiff and stuck. But anybody walking out of depression ought to be able to come to the party and give God a praise. Grab your neighbor by the hand and tell him, neighbor, welcome to my party. Welcome to my party. All the ugly people, all the folk that ain't blessed, all the folk that ain't healed, you can be seated. But for all the rest of us, he been good to you. You ought to open your mouth and give him praise. Where the party people at? Where the party people at? Say something if you've seen him. Say something if he heals you. Say something if he raised you. If you ain't got a reason to say something, let me give you a reason. He hung for 6 hours one Friday and died until death died. Y'all still sleep. I said he hung for 6 hours one Friday and died until death died. Went to hell, preached a revival, and brought the captives out. And early, oh Lord have mercy, Sunday morning, he got up with all power. He got up with all power. Since he been up, have you seen him? Let everything that's seen him open your mouth and give him glory. Let the redeemed the redeemed of the Lord say so. Did he heal you? Say so. Did he save you? Say so. Did he bless you?